Boulder athletes and all athletes, thought I would share this video on our YouTube channel. I just had a request. So, Joey, pictured in the right on this video, has requested that I put together a side by side video between me and him going through workout number 3 at this year's CrossFit Games. And so, Joey's wife is his videographer, I believe, and my son is my videographer. So, here's what to not expect professional videography in this video. This is not going to be super entertaining. This is a long, grindy workout. The workout is 18 minutes long, and we're not going to watch all 18 minutes because that would be insane. About 4 minutes plus 4 minutes of it, give or take, is rowing. So I just want to talk about this while Joey and I are rowing. I got second place in this workout. Joey got fourth place in this workout. And we were kind of talking about how very similar we were in our approach to this workout. As a matter of fact, you'll see that between Joey and Kane Hayes is the athlete that is on my screen, just on the side of me, and me. Like, we are very close throughout this entire workout. Alexander Jovlier, I think is how I say his last name. He is off screen. He wins the workout. This is just kind of his jam of a workout. So he just crushed this thing. So what we're going to talk about is kind of our pacing as we work our way through this workout, and then at the very end of the workout, I want to share what the only significant difference is between really, I guess, me and Kane and Joey on this workout. How did I beat these guys in this workout? That really, from a rowing perspective, since we have two, what was it, 50 or 60 calorie rows, I think it's 60. That favors Kane Hayes. He is a heck of a guy on the machines. Absolutely favored there. Joey is very smart with regards to pacing. I am just trying to keep up with Kane Hayes on this workout. I could have pushed harder, I guess, on the rower, but I just want to stay on Kane Hayes's like heels on this whole thing. So that's kind of my intent in this. But this workout favors Kane given the amount of rowing that's going on here. So yeah, Kane is finishing up his row. Joey's going to finish up his row. I'm going to finish up his row. I mean, not surprising. Kane is crushing this row. He's off the rower before I have 5 cals. Joey and I are apparently pacing precisely. Both of our judges' hands go up at the same time. Now we're going to move into the kettlebell cleans. Just to talk about really quick the standard on this, the standard was essentially elbows need to be in the front of the body and kettlebells need to be touching any part of the shoulder. That is the standard that was given for this, and that's what we all did. So while these might look like weird kettlebell cleans, practicing these, I think we all found that the fastest way was literally to flip these up, bounce them up our shoulders, and just make sure our elbows are slightly in front of our body. I know that for me on this workout, I believe I went 10, 8, 7, 10, 8, 7. That gets me to 50 reps. That's the goal on the kettlebell cleans. And you have to step forward at 25 kettlebell cleans. So trying to be as efficient as possible. 10, 8, 7 gets me to 25. And then 10, 8, 7 gets me to 25. So Kane is the first guy to progress forward a smidge. He is already on his second set of 25 on the way to 50. Grips were allowed here, which was fantastic. Thank God. Kettlebell cleans like this can, at high reps, moving super fast, can really get your hands, tear your hands up. Plus, we needed grips for toes to bar, so it just worked out well that way. So I'm just slightly ahead of Joey. He's pacing a little bit more on all of these, and he's told me that he's intentional about pacing. For me, I'm not saying I'm pacing, I'm holding to my plan, but I guarantee that I'm paying attention to what's going on in the lane next to me with Kane Hayes. All right, we don't need to see all of these. Let's just skip forward a little bit as we work our way through these kettlebell cleans. Kane is done walking back. I am done and walking back. Joey's still working on these. And really, in the front half of this workout, we could be separated by 10, 15 seconds. It really doesn't matter. This is essentially, we're all tied at this point. There's a lot of people doing toes to bar. No one is breaking away yet. This workout isn't about breaking away, in the set of 40 toes to bar. There's a lot of time left, a lot of time. Toes to bar, I went 12, 10, 10, 8, I believe. The goal on the toes to bar for me is I'm good at toes to bar. I might feel like I could have done much bigger sets, but I'm trying to keep a heart rate under control, trying to keep things fairly calm. There's our photographer, Micah Shoemaker, great photographer, capturing some images for us. He was capturing all of the Boulder athletes. He's in that Gym Reapers sweatshirt. Very cool dude. Again, we're just kind of chipping away through this and not a lot to see here. Grip is a little bit of a factor since the kettlebell cleans were very grippy, but nothing that's too crazy. I see for Kane, I haven't really noticed this, but he does kind of a swoop and up on toes to bar. I will say that is a very inefficient way. I mean, athletes may stand by that. I just find that to be incredibly inefficient. I'm not saying anything bad about Kane. He's a tremendous athlete, insane level athlete. But I feel like he's working harder than he needs to work on those. Again, that's just my opinion. He may find that those are just a better. He's also like 6'3", so that may be a better situation for him given his height. So I can't speak to that. Dumbbell thrusters, you're trying to get below parallel. Make sure you lock out overhead. Joey, again, on our right hand side, as we're seeing it, he is just in his world. He's sticking to his game plan, and that is not a bad thing. We do want someone to just stay in their lane. He knew what he wanted to, how he wanted to get through this workout, and he got through it in such a way that it was very well paced, and it will lean into his strengths here in a minute. We've got thrusters. I think he goes 15 and 15 or something, which again, he knows his strengths. He did not go 15 and 15, but he knows his strengths. I know that he told me he was taking a little bit longer breaks on the thrusters because he knew that pistols were going to be a bit of a strength for him. So let's scooch forward. We get to pistol squats. This is definitely not a strength for me. This is very challenging for me. I'm very careful on these, trying to make sure every rep is a good rep and a clean rep. I'm actually, with every one of these reps, pretty excited. I'm like, oh, I got another one. I only have to do 20. Now, she gave me that rep where I hopped on a foot. That is a gimme. I will say that technically is a no rep. She gave me that rep. I made sure to not do that again. She actually came up to me 2 or 3 events later, and she was like, hey, that was a no. I was like, I know it was a no rep, wasn't it? She's like, I'd already given you the rep, and it was certainly going to be a no rep if it showed up again. And so I understood that. So she was, I like when a judge is like, hey, I missed it. I know she missed it. You're not going to get many of those ever. So yeah, I stood up correctly, but I hopped on one foot, which is technically a no rep. Truncated here. All right. So we've got pistol squats. This is great. But what I noticed about Joey's pistol squats, he is just locked in and dialed in. He's crushing these. I'm literally PRing a pistol squat with every single rep, using the kettlebell as a significant counterbalance. But Joey has some great ankle mobility and is clearly very good at pistol squats. I don't think we'll see weighted pistol squats again in the future. Thank God. But Joey crushed that. So he is already on the rower. He's going to start pulling. Kane is back on the rower. I'm getting back to the rower. And now this is where the workout is very much a separator. These calories came very hard, very challenging. This is not a fast row, but I'm glancing at the clock and I have tons of time moving into this last round. So we're going to go into, see where we get off this rower here. So Kane is off. This is not a shocker. He's off his rower first. He chalks up. Joey's off. I've got 5 reps. I'll tell you one thing. I saw Kane chalk up before he did his first set of kettlebells. That solidified my decision that I will not chalk up before I do my first set of kettlebells. I will literally go straight to the kettlebells and just get to work. Joey on the right-hand side, getting to work immediately, which is awesome. I'm working like crazy. Now I've got to catch up. You'll see that I have chalk on my left-hand side there, and I'm going to go 10-8-7. No big deal. That's just my plan. That's what I'm going to do. So I chalk up. I'm just going to say this one thing. This is strategic in competition. I had chalk out there intentionally for me. I wanted to make sure that I had, I had it in the right place. That's just strategic. I see Buck Jacobs use my chalk. So at this point, I don't know this guy, and we're only just a couple of events into the competition, and Buck Jacobs is on my tail on all of these. He's like top 3 right now, and now he's using my chalk. So I noticed he used my chalk. Okay, this isn't a problem. Honestly, but I put it there, and I was like, I do not want this primary competitor using my chalk. So the next time I chalk up, I move my chalk to the other side. We're in battle, man. We're in battle. So afterwards, I talked to Buck, and I was like, bro. He's like, hey, I'm so sorry I used your chalk. I'm like, I'm the I'm the jerk. I'm the a-hole, dude. I'm the guy that chalked up here and inadvertently tossed it the other direction. That was purely competitive. Like, nope, you're not using my chalk in competition. So we laughed it off, but he apologized. I was like, I do not accept your apology because I'm the a-hole here. Okay. Moving on. Now we're chipping away through this workout. Like, time is going. I'm on my second set of 25. Joey's on his second set of 25. Kane Hayes is on his second set of 25. From here, we go to toes to bar. And that's where we're going to have a battle. This is digging deep here. This is digging deep. I see Kane is slowing down. I'm dying. Kane is slowing down. I don't know what Joey's doing. I didn't even know he existed down there, but he is right on my tail. He is just chipping away through this huge amount of capacity here. He's glancing around. I mean, I think he looked at the time. I don't think he was looking at us to see where we were at. He was looking at the time. I look at the time. Every once in a while, I'm glancing at the time like, oh my God, when is this going to be over? But it's not. We're going to have to race on these toes to bar. Kane still going, but definitely fatigued over there. Definitely fatigued. Joey's taking a break. I think this is my last set of 7. There's the hand going up between, I think he's right there. Joey's done. I'm done. Here's the lesson right here. And again, this is where, sorry about the angles here. We don't have professional photographers doing this. My 12-year-old, again, is the camera sideways. But Joey gets up before me. And this is why we train high-level gymnastics under fatigue in Boulder Athlete, specifically. The amount of fatigue jamming through our system is huge right here. I think I ripped off a set of 8, maybe. Now Kane is up. He's got 3. He's got 4. He's got 5. He's got 6. I'm going to get up, and I'm going to rip off fast reps here, really fast reps, really fast. I got to make sure Buck Jacobs isn't getting ahead of me. Again, my cameraman is now off me. That's fine. I don't know why he's over there, but we're done. There's nothing to see there. I just kept pulling until it was over. What is the lesson here? The lesson overall is this. So you want to go into an event like that with a game plan. For me, I knew my breakup sets. I knew that would work for me. So that's what I went with. It was going to be 60 cals on the row, 10-8-7, 10-8-7 on the power cleans, thrusters 12-10-8. I'm sorry, toes to bar 12-10-10-8. That gets me to 40. I like descending rep schemes. I know I can hold those. I know I can do those sets even if I'm dead, pretty much, for toes to bar. But that was a conservative way for me to get through toes to bar. Moving on to the thrusters, we have to do 30, so 12-10-8 makes sense. And then pistols, just singles, just do the best pistols that I can because I'm not great at them. But I did them, and I felt great about that. Going back, we've got that row, just trying to keep up, trying to stay in the game there. Back to 10-8-7 on the cleans, and then get to the toes to bar and lean into my training, lean into what I've done historically, time and time and time again, and what we train in Boulder Athlete. We do a ton of gymnastics, but a ton of it is under fatigue for this very purpose. We are at the end of our rope. We're fatigued beyond fatigue, and we've got toes to bar, and it's a race. First place, second place, third place, fourth place are literally separated by single or double reps. Now, Kane, incredible athlete. Olie, incredible athlete. Not Boulder, it's just great athletes. But Joey and I survived at the end there because we have done significant amounts of gymnastics under fatigue. Doing toes to bar for toes to bar's sake are great, but doing toes to bar when you're already pre-fatigued is the key to this thing. And that's why we train like that. That's why we do ring muscle ups, bar muscle ups, rope climbs, toes to bar, chest to bar, pull ups, handstand push ups. handstand walks, all of those things, even barbell cycling under fatigue, because when it comes down to any competition, it's rarely the first round that wins the race or the second round. It's the end. Can you hang on for quick extra reps at the very end? And Joey was just 1 rep, I believe, from third place, 2 reps from tying me in that workout. Amazing, amazing job by all the athletes that we talked about here. Just this one thing: do all the work in training, because when it comes to competition time, you have to be able to trust that you are fit enough at the end to do whatever it takes to win. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope that was helpful. Fun to watch this. If you like videos like this, I'm happy to break them down like that. And if you have questions or have any other videos you'd like me to do, just leave it in the comments. I'm always looking for ideas and ways to support athletes in our community and Boulder. I mean, and masters athletes all over the place. All right, guys. See ya.